Good afternoon. My name is Trish McFarland. I'm the president of the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce, and we'd like to welcome you to our second annual virtual event, our 2020 annual membership lunch. As businesses slowly return to normal, we are still looking for those bright spots and silver linings that have taken place over the past 10 weeks. Today, we will highlight some of those heartwarming stories. But first, I'd like to highlight some of my own silver linings. When the businesses were shuttered in March, we feared the worst. I couldn't stop thinking about how we would survive as a membership-based organization when businesses were closed. A few crazy ideas later, and a tremendous staff, the chamber team never hesitated, jumped into action, and has been able to position the chamber as the premier resource for businesses in the county. So Jess, Jacqueline, Kathy, and Kenny, thank you for being those folks that drive business forward in Delaware County every day. Highlighting a successful year is nothing without these four. And now I'd like to recognize our sponsors who also make this event happen. TD Bank, Energy Transfer, Crozier Keystone Health System, SAP, BHCU, AmeriHealth Caritas, Brinker Simpson, the Foundation for Delaware County, Bars, Gowie, Amon and Foltz, LPL Financial, Tomorrow's Utilities, Independence Blue Cross, Meridian Bank, RCN, Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union, Mainline Today, and Mercy Catholic Medical Center, and Risk Averse Insurance. Hopefully you picked up your lunch, so if you haven't already, freshen up your drink and please start eating. As it feels like we're starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel, and we'd like to keep the positivity flowing throughout the program, we'll be highlighting a few businesses and youth with the COVID-19 good deed story, some of which you may have seen and heard, but some maybe not. The first story I'd like to start with was very on in quarantine and made national news, located right here in Delaware County.
For weeks, we have been telling you about people in the tri-state area really stepping up in extraordinary fashion to help fight this war against the coronavirus. Tonight, it is a very special story. Action News reporter Dan Cuellar is live in Marcus Hook. And Dan, tell us about the folks at Brascom America.
Jim, they make a critical component here at Brascom America used in the battle against COVID-19. So early on, workers told plant officials they wanted to live in at the plant for 28 days so they could work around the clock producing this critical material.
Here's the team. The boys.
Brascom America shift supervisor Joe Boyce introduces by video message to some of the 46 volunteers who decided to put their lives on hold by living in the plant to support the fight against COVID-19.
We're isolated in here. We're staying in here 28 days, 24/7, 12-hour shifts.
The group met with managers trying to figure out how they could do something to help in America's battle against COVID-19.
Where can we resource to actually help during this crisis? And we found very quickly that our role in this is keeping that plant running safely and securely.
Cut off from any outside contact with family and friends, the group split among two shifts to make polypropylene, a non-woven fabric used to make N95 masks, hospital gowns, hoods, and sanitary wipes, all critical in the battle.
And everybody's doing their part. We're doing real well. Great camaraderie. Everything's going fantastic.
The company gave them an increase in wages and provided beds, kitchens, groceries, internet access, and iPads.
But they all live, sleep, eat in the plant. So you can imagine they've had to create living quarters.
And we're proud of how they're performing. And we're proud of how their families and friends are celebrating what they're doing.
Recently, they reached a critical halfway point, and their family and friends were allowed to drive by the plant to show their support.
I'm going to need tissues. To our families at home, we just want you to know that we miss you so much, and we're all looking forward to coming home and seeing everybody. We're all in this together.
Now, this Sunday will mark 28 days, the day when they will finally be able to see their families again. Their contribution to this fight immeasurable. Truly an inspiration to us all. Live here at Braskem America in Marcus Hook, I'm Dan Cuellar, Channel 6 Action News.
The Live-In at Braskem ended successfully on April 19th, and we're so proud to have this type of camaraderie, local support, and fight against the coronavirus that makes such a difference worldwide. It is with great leadership that stories like this are rooted here at the Chamber, and I was able to have one of the great leaders as my board chairman for the past 2 years. Without Bob, there is no way the Chamber would be as successful as it is today. With his steadfast leadership and ability to negotiate, Bob is no doubt a driving force of the success of the Chamber over the past 5 years. He's the reason I'm here at the Chamber and has supported me ever since. We almost made it. 1.5 years of fun and business, Bob's chairmanship was going so well. Attendance at our 7:45 a.m. board meetings is close to 100%, and numbers that are unheard of in past board meetings. Bob, thank you for your friendship, leadership, guidance, and mentorship. You made it. 2 years, and the Chamber is looking better than ever.
Good afternoon. I'm Bob Simpson, a partner at Brinker Simpson & Company. Thank you, Trish, for your kind words and your introduction. At this time, I'm honored to share the Delaware County Chamber's year in review. And what a year. I view life as a series of victories over hurdles. Over the hurdles we reach. I think we may have reached our limit of hurdles this time. When I shared these stats last year, times were very different. And I was excited to talk about how many events were hosted, how many businesses participated, the uptick in membership, and the overall success of the Chamber. Clearly this year, things are a little different. Pre-COVID, we had 63 live events hosted in the last year, participated in 19 ribbon cuttings, tracked over 700 pieces of legislation focusing on the local economy, workforce development, improved tax structure, cost and access to health care, pro-job creation policies, and now many more with the COVID. A few exciting keynote speakers over the last year were hosted. We hosted two-time Stanley Cup winner Bernie Parent at our business dinner. We had Tom Kehoe, the founder of Yards, at our Small Business Awards. And today, of course, we're going to get to hear Jason Kelce of the Philadelphia Eagles. So far, 2020 has not gone according to anyone's plan. But since the pandemic began to hit the United States and stay-at-home orders came into effect, the Chamber has clearly become a leading resource for businesses in Delaware County. Since early March, shared resources for business funding opportunities, hosted information webinars with the SBA, the departments of the government, and the expertise around these programs. Also, simply listening to business owners, answering questions, and directing them to the right place. The Chamber worked with the county to host town halls for business and directly reached over 1,000 businesses to support them, many of which we had little contact with before. It became clear to the Chamber board and the team, local businesses need us now more than they ever did. The Chamber now plays a vital role in bringing back Delco Task Force with County Council and the Commerce Center, sharing resources for the yellow phase, assisting in putting together PPE kits for businesses, of which 500 kits were sold out in 48 hours, and moving us to green. We read yesterday that all of the businesses that applied for task force grants will receive them in Delaware County, a true victory. Also early on, the Chamber worked with the county to help restaurants promote themselves. If they were open for takeout or delivery, we created the map that showed everybody where those restaurants were. Throughout the crisis, our President Trish McFarland was in contact with elected officials to keep the Delco business voice heard. She directly assisted getting the landscape industry added to the essential list of open businesses statewide, and also advocated with elected officials to have Governor Wolf reconsider moving Delaware County to yellow much faster. And as a result, the Delco Chamber has not lost any members during the past 3 months. We have welcomed 12 new members in May alone. We hit our membership renewal numbers, certainly not record-breaking at all, but in this time when every business is struggling to survive, they see the purpose in continuing the support of the Delaware County Chamber. As we move into the world of PPP, EIDL, Zoom, Teams, stimulus, loan forgiveness, deferments, we look more to the Delaware County Chamber for help. How do we do it? Well, we do it virtually by hosting 40+ virtual events and committee meetings since March 13th. And all of this is with a staff of 4.5 people. So the tremendous shout out to Trish McFarland, the president of the Chamber, and her team of Jessica Hoffman, Jacqueline Miley, Kathy Durning, and Kenny Myers, an amazing group of people who have worked tirelessly to keep the Delco Chamber so vital. Let's go over a few good stats, the Chamber, that come out of this. Our website traffic has doubled, and social media followers has increased by over 1,000 since March. There's no question that at a time like this, the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce is so relevant to the business community. Please continue to go to the website www.bringbackdelco.com for business resources as we navigate through COVID-19, get through the yellow phase and move into the green. I've been board chairman for 2 years, and I've really enjoyed all of that time. When I came into the job, I vowed to work to keep the chamber vital, keep the board passionate, move the meetings quickly, and make sure we stay financially sound. Even with the disruptions we've had over the last 3 months, I believe these goals were met. The chamber is out in front of all the issues with carefully thought out strategies to assist the success of their members. The board has not lost an ounce of enthusiasm. Meetings move quickly, and we cover so much material. And thankfully, through Trish's fiscal policies, we have allowed us to maintain a strong financial position. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge my fellow board members and thank them. Peter Adamo, who's the new CEO of Crozier Keystone Health System. Jim Burkhead, who leads our veterans team, the Director of Transportation Risk for NSM Insurance. Amy Kate Brackenier, the head of our YP team, is Vice President of Catholic Community Choir. Mike Brady, a long-term board member, a financial consultant with LPL. Jeff Brandon, he's a new member of the board, and he's a Senior Vice President with TD Bank. Jim Byrne, our solicitor. Steve Byrne, the Executive Director of Visit Delco, PA. Kathy Judge Cardello, Director of State Advocacy for Trinity Health, who runs our youth programs. Carl Churkin, the Vice President of Business Development and head cheerleader for the Philadelphia Union, and my personal favorite board member. Sam Cohen, Senior Vice President of the Iron Shop. Nicole DePaton Robinson, the Vice President of Operations for National Realty Corp. Deanna Doan, a part of our executive team and owner of Click Canyon. Brian Uri, Chief of Staff of Vice President of External Relations for Cabrini and a new member of our executive team. Jacqueline Gardner is our Chamber Foundation board member from Tomorrow's Utilities. Michelle Garrity, another new board member, External Affairs Manager in Delaware County for PECO. Adam Gattuso is a Government Affairs and Communications Leader for Monroe Energy. Ranck Egwich, Treasurer of our Executive Committee, Director of PR for Independence Blue Cross. Vince Gordon, a new member, President and CEO of the Gordon Group. Bill Gowie, Managing Partner of Bars, Gowie, Amon, and Foltz, and the Director of our Small Business Committee. Sue Heindel is the Chief Administrative Officer of Aqua PA. Bob Judge Sr., Executive Manager at Chester Water. Joe McGinn Jr., Vice President of Public Affairs from Energy Transfer Partners. Anthony Ryan, Senior Vice President and Director of Small Business Lending at WSFS Bank and the leader of our membership committee. Dominic Savino, the CEO and General Manager of Drexelbrook. Tom McCosey, the lifeblood of Upper Darby Township. And two of our board members who have come to the end of their long terms, I'd like to acknowledge. Jim Bradenberg is the account executive at Effective. I've been on the board with Jim for 4 years now, and I don't think Jim has ever missed a meeting. And Jen Straczynski is the Vice President and District Manager of Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union, who worked with us in our mentoring program recently for the board. Thank you to you two, especially. We appreciate your help and support throughout the years of the Chamber Board. You both play the important roles as part of the business community in Delaware County, and we wouldn't be where we are today without your help. And lastly, I want to thank Mike Ranck. He's the President and CEO of the Community YMCA of Eastern Delaware County, and he is the incoming chairman of the board, and he is my friend. Mike has battled like many through the last 90 days with a company that closed, an acquisition that was made in January and then closed in March, but he never lost his spirit for the local business or local nonprofits. I'm glad Mike succeeds me, and I'm confident that Mike can continue to create those victories as those hurdles appear. Thank you all for your support.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Mike Ranck, and I am honored to take on the chair role of the board at the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce. For many of you who know me, I work at the YMCA and we have a phrase, stronger together, supporting each other. Moving forward with the chamber, I believe that should be the motto too. We can drive business forward by supporting each other, and together we'll be stronger and will support Delaware County. Thank you. I look forward to working with you in the coming years. Please stay safe and best of luck.
Mike, thank you so much for your support of our community in Delaware County through the Y, and we look forward to having your leadership here at the Chamber. The Philadelphia Union Foundation and their partner, Captain Morgan, have worked to create a Fight for Philly campaign to assist during COVID-19. A few of their efforts include 1,000 lunches to healthcare workers to local hospitals and glove donations, 3,000 branded face shields delivered to healthcare providers across the greater Philadelphia area, 2,500 PPE N95 masks donated to healthcare locations, 1,000 meals delivered to residents in Chester, PA through City Team Ministries, and 1,000 PPE hand sanitizers delivered to local postal workers at the Chester Post Office. The Delaware County Chamber of Commerce has committees to guide our programs towards what members want and desire. We understand that every business and organization has a goal, and the Chamber wants them to achieve that goal. And we do this through volunteer leadership of our committee chairs. I'd like to recognize them now. Lisa Rosella from Monarch Staffing, Chair of the Ambassador Committee. Michael G. Karate from San Juan, Bello, and McAndrew, Chair of the Government Affairs Committee. Mike Ranck, President and CEO of the Community YMCA of Eastern Delaware County, Chair of the Nonprofit Committee. Bill Gowie, Bars, Gowie, Amon, and Foltz, Chair of the Business Owners Group. Amy Kate Brackenier from Catholic Community Choir, Chair of the Young Professionals Committee. Deanna Doan, Click Canyon, Chair of the Professional Women's Committee. Jim Burkheb, NSM Insurance Group, Chair of the Veterans Committee. Thank you for all of your work. The Delco Group is a nonprofit group of business owners and influential members of the Delaware County community. Their goal is simple: to make a significant impact on people and organizations within our community. They strive to ensure that every penny that comes into their nonprofit is able to directly help those that it was intended to, rather than be spent on overhead costs. The members of their group donate all of their time, energy, and fundraising efforts. Their fund was set up with the ability to help an individual or a family that may have fallen on hard times, but to also potentially help local organizations or groups in times of need as well. They have incredibly lofty expectations of becoming one of, if not the most productive nonprofit organizations in the Delaware County community, and eventually the state of Pennsylvania. One of their essentials was to have the ability to remain flexible in not just who, but when they can help. This allows for a wide range of people and groups that can help make an impact. In one case, they may send a family that has received detrimental health news on a trip to create lifelong memories, and in another, they may have the ability to participate in things in like Vestacop or a local youth organization. I'd now like to introduce John Port to talk about the Delco Group.
Hi, my name is John Port. I'm a local realtor in Delaware County, and I'm also the president of the Delco Group. For those of you that don't know what the Delco Group is, the Delco Group is a small nonprofit based out of Delaware County, comprised of 11 guys from different walks of life, and essentially we like to get in and provide feel-good experiences for people that have fallen on some sort of difficult circumstance. When we started our charity, one of the fundamental beliefs was that we wanted to remain autonomous. We wanted to be able to help wherever we saw fit. I don't think we ever thought that that would come to fruition during a global pandemic, but here we are. In the beginning of the pandemic, Sam's Boardwalk Pizza had reached out to us and said, hey, we want to feed 10 families, and we know that you guys can find 10 families that could use it. We did that. The reaction was amazing. And within a few short weeks, we had Cedar Craft Kitchen, Bright Spot Cafe, McGillicuddy's Tinicum, Monahan's, Stinger's, Classic Diner, Zach's Hamburgers, all these different companies that are local to the community, and said, hey, how can we help out? Who can we feed? And they brought this to us. We were able to feed elderly residents, people that weren't able to get out of their home, people that were sick, people that had just not been able to work. I think one of our favorite days was a day that we went out and Classic Diner allowed us to go find 30 entrepreneurial working business owners, small business owners, whatever you want to call it, people that weren't able to work during this, people that are, by nature, really hardworking people that were shut down for 6, 7, 8 weeks. And their reaction was unbelievable because these are people that would never ask anybody for anything. From there, we had events at Little Flower Manor, Divine Providence in Springfield. Crozier Keystone asked us to come in and help put together an event for their staff, and we helped them with that. Gypsy Wisdom performed at that. Mike Barkley performed at the event for Little Flowers nurses and healthcare workers. It was just unbelievable to see, Delaware County come together the way that we always do. If you ask me, Delaware County is a community that when tragedy strikes, rather than run the other way, we stand right there and try to help in any way that we can. And there was no greater example than during COVID than that. We had an amazing event with Swiss Farms and with YMCA. The Swiss Farms event will come to fruition in the next month or next week or so here, where we'll be able to kind of take some of the money that they were able to raise and put that back into small businesses in the community. And we closed out the pandemic with what we love to do. So we had a story of a girl in Havertown was on a walk with her 22-year-old brother. His name's Kevin, and Kevin has Down syndrome. He's a really active kid and he loves to be outside. And, unfortunately, with everything going on, Kevin wasn't able to get too much exercise. He was on a bike path towards the end of the pandemic and saw some neighborhood kids on bikes and asked his sister, hey, get me a bike. I would like to have a bike. And, she had to explain to him that unfortunately he wasn't going to be able to drive a regular bike, and the bike that he needed would be a little bit too expensive. And, Kevin didn't receive that so well. And we were told about that story, and at the very end of the pandemic, we were able to go out and provide Kevin on his birthday, on his 22nd birthday, a 3-wheel bike. And I mean, the look, we'll attach the video as well, the look on his face was unbelievable. It was just an amazing event. But all in all, I think going through this just opened our eyes even more to seeing that we live in a community that's unlike any other community in the world. And, just a place that truly has each other's back, even in the worst of times.
The brakes. Hi, these are the brakes. Yeah.
You'll get it. Practice makes perfect.
Right. Nailed it.
There we go.
Strategic Connections launched a website to give everyone who wanted an outlet to donate necessary items to healthcare workers that need them. They were able to do so by putting what they had on the website and connecting them with the healthcare organizations that needed them. We're thrilled to have Strategic Connections be such a great part of our community.
Hi, my name is Kyle Fiorelli, and I am with Strategic Connection. This March, Strategic Connection created a website called Neighbors Helping Nurses. The goal of creating this website was to help individual healthcare workers and essential workers get the supplies they need, such as masks, shields, gloves, and hand sanitizer, and also to give individuals who are staying at home a way to donate to those who need it. We were able to use our speechless text messaging program to make this possible. When a healthcare or essential worker logs into our website and submits the items they need, a text message will go out to everyone who signed up as a giver. If somebody has the items that are in need, they can privately message that individual and set up a safe way to get on them. We have been able to help nursing homes and doctors' offices get the hard-to-come-by supplies they need. We also provided supplies to individuals who are currently battling diseases that require them to still receive treatments in the hospital to ensure they are as protected as possible. We even were able to provide elastic to one of our givers to allow them to continue to make the cloth masks we all need. Neighbors Helping Nurses was the least we could do to help all the essential workers fighting the virus.
Good afternoon. As Trish stated, my name is Jacqueline Gardner, and I serve as the chair of the Foundation of Delaware County's Chamber of Commerce Board. This is my 4th year being a member of the board, but my 1st year serving as chair. In the form of a quick background on who I am and where I came from, I have resided in Delaware County my entire life. I currently live in Springfield, Delaware County with my husband and 3 young children. Prior to joining my father's family business, I worked for 15 plus years in the sports and entertainment industry at the Wells Fargo Center. When I joined my father's business, I got involved in the chamber 5 years ago because being a part of Comcast Corporate, I had a vast resource of knowledge, places to go to learn and better myself and grow as an employee. And being part of a small family business, I sought that out via the chamber. My 2nd year with my father's company, I attended Leadership Delaware County and had such a wonderful experience that I sought out Trish to get more involved with the Chamber Foundation. And here I am today. Before I give an overview of our year in review for the board, I wanted to acknowledge our current board members. Clara Burke, Larry Setlin, Cecile Sharton, Anton Delorfist, Troy Dennis, Brent Doan, Dion Douglas, Patty Duffy, Ro Falcone, Laura Casper, Lou D. Kamal, Karen Kuchian, Ann Logan, Donna Marandola, Tom McGarrigle, Mike Morgan, Christy Parnell, and Mitch Steed. And finally, Sue Smith, who we'll talk a little bit more about later as an outgoing board member. I truly appreciate everyone's desire to be part of the board because we truly are a working board. For the last year, our board has seen tremendous growth, including participation across all of our programs, new topics and areas of focus such as emotional intelligence with corresponding books for all members of Leadership Delaware County, new elements for our youth program, including resume writing, and even professional headshots for the Leadership Delaware County folks. We also took an initiative this year to create some marketing materials for each of the programs that we put on. What you'll see later in my talk is the videos that we put together to promote these programs. As we approached the new year last fall, we knew that in order to sustain this growth, we were going to need to take a deeper dive in who we are as a board and what our mission and vision was. Keeping in with that concept, we collaborated with a third-party consultant, John Bradley from Broadfield Insights, and together we put together research and various surveys with stakeholders and board members for the Chamber and the Foundation, and we came across a new way to look at the foundation and what our mission was. After a full day retreat, we came up with the following mission and vision statement we are moving forward with. The mission of the Foundation of Delaware County Chamber of Commerce is we look to strengthen the Delaware County community by launching leaders, inspiring careers, and empowering individuals. The vision statement for the foundation is that the Foundation of Delaware County Chamber of Commerce will be Delaware County's premier resource for career and leadership development. So now that you know who we are and what we set out to do, I would like to review a few of the programs and the success that we saw in the last year. The first program I'd like to discuss is our Career Awareness Fair that we put on with the Delaware County high school students. We co-host the Career Fair with the Delaware County Workforce Development Board while partnering with Delaware County Community College as the primary sponsor and host for the event. Career awareness helps students to understand the skills and credentials they will need to acquire in order to achieve professional and personal growth. Last fall, the Career Awareness saw 177 students from 5 different local high schools They all had the opportunity to talk with professionals from 36 different industries. When the students attended the fair, they not only attended 3 different breakout sessions, but they each had the opportunity to talk with these individuals at their respective tables as part of an exhibit. New to the program this year, we were able to assist the high schools with the students collecting artifacts, which is a new mandate from the state. These artifacts are things that the students need to collect over their high school career that show career awareness prep work. The exercise that we put into place was that prior to coming to the fair, the students answered questions about themselves. These answers led them to specific fields that would best suit them from a career standpoint. Once they had these fields, they were then tasked with going to talk to those specific industries during the day of the fair and engaging with the professionals on hand. This new component not only assisted the schools and counselors with a new requirement for the students, but also gave the students some direction and expectation for their day at the fair. Looking to the future, for 2020, our current career awareness date is Wednesday, October 14th. We'll be reaching out to make sure we get more students and schools involved. And now I'm excited to introduce the short recap marketing video, which was created by Active Image Media for the Career Awareness Fair.
Hi, I'm Donnie Doyle. I'm a freshman at Ridley High School. I came to the Career Awareness Fair because I feel like it gives me a great head start to really see what I want to do and get other opinions and get more feedback from actual experts in different fields.
Hi, I'm Michaela McKinney and I am a sophomore at Upper Darby High School. One thing that did catch my eye was the physical therapy. I didn't really know that as an option for a career, so it was really interesting to learn more about it today.
Hi, my name is Najee Jackson. I am a junior at Mercy and Career Technical High School. One table that caught my eye was the nursing table since I aspire to be a nurse. I think it's really important for kids to come here so that they can learn and make a plan for themselves at an early age.
Hi, my name is Armin Rahman and I'm a freshman at Ridley High School. I'm interested in engineering because my dad is in that field and I saw Boeing today, which interested me more in the engineering field.
Hello, my name is Yana Durda and I am a sophomore at Garnet Valley. One of the most important things about having a job is if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy your job and you go there every single day, and you're just not gonna like your life in general. So you should try to figure out what you wanna do, how that's gonna be possible, and I think the job fair is a perfect way to find that out.
The next program I would like to discuss is the Youth Leadership Academy. Together with the Delaware County Workforce Development Board, Youth Council, the Foundation of Delaware County hosts a 3-day Youth Leadership Academy for Delaware County high school sophomores. The goal of YLA is to celebrate student achievement and the power of leadership, as well as to encourage the students to become better prepared to take future leadership opportunities. Our future depends so much on this next generation of individuals who are willing to accept this challenge and step up to the plate to be leaders. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, we had to cancel 2020 session this year. We are currently exploring options to still engage these 49 applicants of local sophomores in the fall or sometime in the coming year so that they can still talk about leadership and things that they can do as they move forward in their high school career. The final program that I wanted to touch upon was our Leadership Delaware County. Leadership Delaware County is a series of 10 interactive in-person sessions that run September through June for business professionals at all levels of their career. These sessions are led by our moderator, Michelle Martin, and the focus is on the participants expanding beyond the management skills that they may have and make them effective at their work at their current organization, and to develop their leadership abilities, which will help them inspire not only their teams at work, but also the Delaware County community. Most sessions of Leadership Delaware County, we also refer to as LDC, include panel discussions with Delaware County professionals and all sessions are held at local Delaware County businesses, and we are extremely appreciative of their partnership with us. These businesses include Franklin Mint Credit Union, Wawa, Drexelbrook, SAP, AmeriHealth Caritas, and Aqua. The 2019-20 class included 34 individual participants from 26 different companies. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, our in-person sessions after February were cut short. But due to the tremendous leadership that we have running the program, we were able to quickly switch gears and switch to a virtual Zoom setting. During this time, we even reevaluated our topics for the remaining sessions to ensure the topics and discussions were relevant to the current events, because that is what leaders are called on to do: adapt, change, and motivate, most especially during change and challenging circumstances. Our new focus discussed ideas such as what does leadership look like during change and uncertainty, as well as a focus in April on local government and the role they were playing. Typically in April, we make a trip to Harrisburg for a political focus. Unfortunately, we were not able to do that this year, but this year's class will be invited to come back for our next trip to Harrisburg. We are currently planning a wrap up with an in-person class in the fall, so the participants are able to give their night presentations on what they walked away with from the program, and also have a graduation with respective people from their companies and family if they would like to attend. As we look towards the fall and discuss the recruitment for Leadership Delaware County's class, we are exploring our options for virtual sessions. We are extremely excited about the opportunity to expand our offerings to include a virtual learning environment with potentially a shorter commitment, and then when circumstances permit, also offering our 10-session in-person option as well. At this time, I would now like to show a recap video for Leadership Delaware County.
One of the reasons why I believe that people should take and be a part of Leadership Delaware County is because it is one of the only platforms that I believe are still left that allow you to interact with government, business, build your own confidence, and begin to open doors that you would not normally do.
When they say leadership that you're working on, you're really working on developing yourself, because you can't be a good leader if you're not at the best game you can be at. So a lot of it was self-exploration, how you function with other people.
I chose to participate in Leadership Delaware County because of the opportunity it offered me. When you look to develop folks in your teams and your departments, this is a wonderful opportunity at a very cost-effective way to do it. In many instances, we take those who are really good on our teams and we promote them into some type of supervisory management role when they're not really ready to take this next step. This class is a wonderful introduction into early entry-level managers or those who do not have a business acumen, and it's a wonderful step to lead them into how to start develop that process and develop themselves.
I actually came at it as a small business owner, and I would also think that this is a great program for the small business owner or for their team members. Developing those skills, being aware of your skills, and trying to strengthen those skills is something that's going to translate to every aspect of your life. And it's not just work, it touches so many different areas, and it's not limited to people who are maybe with a large company or a large organization or a not-for-profit. It really it cuts across the entire broad spectrum.
Probably the number one thing that I got out of the leadership course was confidence. The confidence in the ability to be able to sit in a room with any of my peers. If you're going into business and you are looking for the way to know who's who and how to interact with them, Leadership Delaware County is going to help you to do that. And if you are a person who is aspiring to get involved with politics in Delaware County, Leadership Delaware County is going to show you exactly the path that you need to do. Leadership Delaware County provides that platform so that you have a full, well-rounded understanding of both business, of both government, and most importantly, who you are, and to build confidence for your life.
As you can see, as a direct result of defining a clear mission and vision for the foundation of Delaware County Chamber of Commerce, we are excited about the future. We continue to see growth in our participation numbers, and we look forward to exploring new avenues and programs to assist the current and aspiring leaders of Delaware County. And in closing, the constant growth would not be possible again without our board members, and this is especially true with outgoing member Sue Smith. Sue played such an integral part in recruitment and follow-up with the schools for our career awareness and youth leadership program. Her commitment and passion for the board, programs, and students involved was evident anytime we had a meeting or hosted an event. Sue not only always looked for what more she could be doing, but what more as a board we could be offering the participants. No matter what it was, she was there to help. One quick example of how Sue went above and beyond in regards to the Youth Leadership Academy was 2 years ago. I watched her at the graduation where the kids gave their Ignite presentation. She took a picture of every student with their diploma in an effort to follow up and send them the next day directly to the schools so that not only would the kids get recognized that night, but also again at school with their peers and their teachers. Sue, we are truly grateful for all the time, energy, and passion you put into the foundation at all of our events. Your presence will be missed, and we wish you all the best in everything you do moving forward.
So many of our youth have shown tremendous creativity and innovation during these trying times. We are excited to share these stories with you this afternoon.
Hi, my name is Adi Iyer, and during the quarantine, we saw on the news that many healthcare workers needed face masks, and we are inspired by this. So we made these face masks to help protect the people in our community from COVID-19.
Hi, I'm Dia Iyer. We made and donated 825 face masks and raised $2,700 that will be donated to the Foundation for Fighting Blindness. We would like to thank the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce for honoring us.
Please stay safe and healthy.
Hi, I'm Anina Sikorsky. During quarantine, I made a virtual gallery to raise money for a food bank.
Hi, my name is Aurora Harper, and during quarantine, I sewed over 500 masks for family, friends, nurses, essential workers, and the Brookhaven senior citizens.
Good afternoon. My name is Steve Byrne, the Executive Director of Visit Delco, PA. Together with Drexelbrook, we co-founded the Food for the Frontline program, which served meals to the frontline workers at the local area hospitals, as well as other frontliners, police departments, fire departments, emergency management services. This program started around Easter weekend when my employee Lou Morocco and Dominic Savino were discussing how they could serve the frontliners at the hospital a healthy meal on Easter Sunday. From there, it expanded to weekly orders that we delivered. I would like to thank the different volunteers that have come, especially Brinker Simpson, to help us deliver those meals when the orders were in large quantity. We at the Tourism Bureau are continuing to promote this program and hope that it continues, and will continue to feed the frontliners as long as the donations come in. If you are interested in sponsoring a meal for $9.50, please go to delcodelivers.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Dominic Savino, the CEO here at Drexelbrook, and I would like to extend a big thank you to the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce, Visit Delco, PA, and all the residents of Delaware County who help support Food for the Frontline. Thanks to your generous givings, we were able to produce over 5,000 protein-packed meals for our frontline workers. We hope this program will continue on. We look forward to servicing everyone through the end of the year. And again, a big thank you for your support to this very important program. Thank you.
Steve and Dominic, thank you so much for sharing that story with us. I'd like to now ask Dominic to stay as he will present the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Thank you, Trish. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for, the 2020 Lifetime Achievement Award. This award is a prestigious honor that the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce has been recognizing annually since 1996. It is given to someone who has achieved outstanding success and accomplishments within their career. The Chamber's esteemed list of more than 20 past award winners are viewed as role models for others to follow. This year's Lifetime Achievement Award honoree is a person I am proud to have called a mentor, friend, and boss. A person who was considered a leader in Delaware County and a visionary, Bill Kay, founder and owner of Drexelbrook. I am honored to stand here today and recognize the life of someone who I've had the pleasure of working with and learning from for over 30 years. A 1951 Cornell University graduate, Bill gained much success in real estate, developing single-family homes along the East Coast and building, buying, and managing apartment communities in Philadelphia and the New York suburbs, including Drexelbrook. Bill believed in giving back, as witnessed by many members of the Chamber, and was always available to provide advice and encouragement. I admired him for all that he accomplished, how he shared, and how he treated all of us as individuals. Throughout Bill's life, he gave back to several worthwhile causes, serving as a founding board member of the Brandywine Health Foundation and a board member of the Delaware County Memorial Hospital. He avidly supported various nonprofits, including the Foundation for Delaware County, the McNeil Children's Library, the SPCA, the Chester County Community Foundation, the American Cancer Society, the United Way of Southeastern Pennsylvania, and the list goes on. Again, it is my pleasure to honor my boss, my friend, my mentor, Bill Kay, as the 2020 Lifetime Achievement Award winner. Accepting the award on his behalf is Tricia McElwee. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tricia McElwee, and I've been Mr. Kay's executive assistant, working with him nearly every day for the past 11 years at Drexelbrook. L. William Kay II, Bill Kay, to those who knew him, was a true entrepreneur in every sense of the word. Amongst the many properties that he developed and owned in a 70-plus year career were the Drexelbrook apartment community and the Drexelbrook Conference and Event Center, both of which he owned for over 60 years. Most recently, he developed a new state-of-the-art hotel and inn, Holiday Inn and Suites. During the years that I worked alongside Mr. Kay, it became very evident that he loved Delaware County and wanted it to be a great place to live, work, and play. Back in the early 2000s, when chambers were struggling, he became involved in the effort to financially assist and stabilize the chamber. He generously gave a large donation, which helped ensure the future prosperity of the chamber. Under his ownership, the Drexelbrook Conference and Event Center has hosted countless chamber events. One of his fondest memories of the chamber was winning the Small Business Award of the Year. Over the years, Mr. Kay supported many worthy Delaware County charities and initiatives that improve the quality of life for all Delaware County residents. Bill Kay worked diligently to make the Drexelbrook facilities the best that they could be, to attract families to live in our community and celebrate life's milestones. Amidst all his success, he never failed to include, acknowledge, and thank all of his employees. Mr. Kay would truly be honored, humbled, and thrilled with this incredible acknowledgement of his life's work. We only wish that he could be here to accept this great award. I accept this award on his behalf, and on behalf of all the Drexelbrook team members, which he loved and cared for so very much. Thank you. Additionally, I would like to thank Bob Simpson for his service as chairman of the board of the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce and wish him the best of luck in the future.
Thank you, Trish. It's my honor to share an update with all of you, our county's business leaders, on the progress we've made with the Delaware County COVID-19 Response Fund. We can all be proud that almost 500 individuals, businesses, and foundations have come forward to donate more than $660,000 to benefit our community during the pandemic. This has enabled us to make 56 grants to frontline organizations for over $440,000 in funding, and we have more to do. I want to publicly thank Bob Simpson, who's serving on the advisory committee that is chaired by Mike Magnavita, the president of the Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union, and a member of the board of directors of the Foundation for Delaware County. They've been meeting every week to make sure that the grants we move out the door are worthwhile and needed. Here are some key highlights of the fund's efforts since the Foundation for Delaware County launched the fund with a $100,000 gift on Friday, March 13th, less than 3 months ago. This week, we made a grant to the Black Doctors Consortium to conduct 2 testing events in Black communities in Delaware County, where so many essential workers live and are at higher risk of acquiring the virus. We provided a grant to the Helping the Helpers Project so that Springfield Psychological could conduct support groups for healthcare workers in the county, including first responders, as well as folks working in nursing homes, where they are at a higher risk of contracting the virus, often poorly paid, and yet are under such stress trying to care for our grandparents who are also at higher risk. A grant to the nonprofit of Retired Business Executives, SCORE, is enabling them to get the word out to nonprofits in Delaware County about funding opportunities that are available, like the PPP program. Our own community YMCA received funding so that they could buy cleaning supplies, a decontamination unit, and to provide staff training so they could reopen childcare services and summer camps. The largest bulk of funding, over $237,000, has been distributed to 35 nonprofits who are providing food, operating food banks, as well as providing needed supplies like baby formula and diapers for those in need. And we are so grateful to all of them for stepping up during this time of need. And we know that need isn't going away soon, so we encourage you to visit us online at delcofoundation.org to learn more about the fund, as well as our advisory committee. And please share that information with others. Thank you to Trish and her team who've been sharing word about the fund from day one. I also wanted to thank Trish because she has kindly given me the opportunity to say a few words about Bill Kay. I have known and worked with Bill and his wife, Britt, for almost 30 years. I've had the great good fortune to run nonprofits that they have been so generous with, not just in terms of financial support, but also with their advice and their volunteer time. One of the many things that I loved about Bill was that he was so old school. When you went in to meet with him about a charitable gift, he would pull out a tiny file box that contained all the nonprofits that he supported. And when you asked him for charitable support, the first thing he'd say was, "How much should I give? How much should I give?" He wouldn't always say yes to the amount that you suggested, but his first inclination was always to say yes to providing charitable support. And when he'd write a check, even if it was for 6 figures, it was on a tiny little check, the kind you use to pay your utility bill. He loved his family, and he loved to talk about how he'd met Britt on the ski slopes in Europe. He loved Cornell and was so honored he got to support his alma mater that made such a difference for him as a young man. He loved skiing, and I'm so glad he got to go skiing with his family during the last weeks of his life. And he loved Drexelbrook. He was so proud of all that he and his team had accomplished over the years to build this community. He loved it when you talked about the quality of the catering service and always gave Dominic the credit for that. And he particularly loved in the end that his hotel was built. I think I heard about this hotel for years, and I'm so glad that he got to see his dream fulfilled. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to honor Bill publicly, and for all that those of you here at lunch today are doing to give back to the community that he loved so much.
Thank you so much, Frances, for your dedication to our community. Congratulations again to the Kay family. We're so honored to have someone who truly exemplifies the Lifetime Achievement Award. This last COVID-19 good deed will be recognized today is our very own Springfield Country Club. Springfield Country Club is partnered with Caring for Friends to help them deliver on their mission to provide meals to homebound seniors and disabled. the homeless, and families with children in need in the 5-county Philadelphia region. As of June 3rd, the team at Springfield Country Club prepared over 30,000 meals to donate to those in need. Even though Springfield Country Club's restaurant and banquet facility is closed to the public, members of the team were still working and have opened up their expansive kitchen to prepare thousands of meals each week to be delivered to those families in need. In addition to Caring for Friends partnership, on April 25th, the Springfield Country Club teamed up with the Springfield Fire Department and the Springfield Ambulance Corps for Hoagies for Heroes. Over 1,000 hoagie lunches were sold in just a few hours and raised over $10,000 for the Springfield Fire Company and Springfield Ambulance Corps. The lunches were available for $10 cash donations and included individually wrapped hoagie, potato chips, and sodas. All proceeds were donated to local frontline heroes. This program was made possible through the generous product donations provided by Amorosa Rolls, Performance Food Group, and Utz Quality Foods. All of the stories we've shared today truly shows the Delco way, that even in the time when we're being forced to separate, we stand together to make sure no one is left behind. A late round draft pick that was thought to be too small has now earned his spot as one of the best centers in the NFL. He gained celebrity status around this region in February 2018 with the speech high atop the Art Museum steps. We are thrilled to have Jason Kelce with us this afternoon.
How's everybody doing? My name is Jason Kelce, obviously. Play center for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a pleasure to talk to you guys today and in these times and what everybody's going through. Obviously, I don't know anything about running a successful business, but I do know some things about some success and overall just optimism. So, I understand what, it seems like everybody is going through, in particular, small businesses, restaurants, and a lot of local businesses. These are tough times. Obviously, the virus has kind of shut things down, and hopefully we're getting close to the other side of this thing where we'll be able to ramp back up and get back to normal. I think everybody wants that. For me, in my own personal success, it really comes down to a quote that my grandfather gave me as a child on persistence. It was a quote by Calvin Coolidge. I got this right when I wasn't given any scholarship opportunities to go to a Division I school. And I think as a football recruit, you really need the scholarship. Just kind of solidifies that the team is investing in you, the school is investing in you, and they think that you're good enough to be a member of it. And when you're a walk-on, that investment hasn't been made. So, they don't really think you, or they don't know if you're good enough. And I consider it one of the best things that ever happened to me because I had to prove that. I had to overcome, not being given a scholarship and not being handed a particular role on a team. I had to earn that, and that really humbled me as a young kid who was pretty good at sports and thought he had everything figured out. Quickly found out that that wasn't the case. Quote is from Calvin Coolidge. It's about persistence. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. The world is full of unsuccessful men with talent. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Genius will not. The unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. The slogan "Press on" has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. And really what that told me, and it was really just at a particular moment in my life that I needed to hear it. I think if I would have heard it any other moment, I probably wouldn't have even thought twice about it. But it was at a point where I was close to giving up. I didn't have any scholarship offers. I didn't know if I was good enough to play football at the next level. I didn't know if I was, maybe I should play lacrosse or play hockey or just go to school and trying to become a professional. And I think that quote kind of told me that it ain't over until you say it's over. You're the one that dictates when the end of the line comes. And for me, I wasn't ready for it to be over yet. I was really determined to prove everyone wrong, and to make them realize that they had made a mistake, that I was worth a scholarship, that I was good enough to play at the next level. Because I saw guys that I played against that I knew I was better than get scholarship opportunities. And that quote, for some reason, just stuck with me, and it's stuck with me ever since. And it's really just the mindset that, no matter how tough the road looks, no matter what everybody else is saying, no matter what everybody else thinks, at the end of the day, if you just keep pushing, if you just keep improving, if you just keep getting better, that's what this thing's all about. And it worked out for football for me, but even if it wouldn't have worked out for football, I think I could have used that and do use that on a daily basis. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. These are times where the businesses and the people that are able to adapt to the given circumstances are going to be able to persevere through this. If you're a restaurant and expecting and just waiting for the governor to open up inside seating, it's going to be hard, whether that goes to being innovative in making delivery orders better, making family meals specials, or if you have the ability to do outdoor seating, now that outdoor seating is about to become available, doing that. I think that this is a great opportunity to really test where you are in adapting your business and adapting what you do to the given circumstances. And the businesses that are able to do that are going to be the ones that persevere through this, and they're going to be the ones that come out potentially stronger on the other side of this. And I think that we do that all the time in football. You're always looking for a way to do something better. You're always looking to take advantage of what a defensive is giving you, what the circumstances are on the field. What down is it? What's the distance? What does this coordinator like to do in this down and distance? What is the personnel they have on the field? What do they like to do out of this personnel? These are all things that go through your head each and every snap. And you're constantly calculating that in your head and having discussions on the sideline with coaches about plays to take advantage of that, about different things we have in our playbook that we can utilize to our advantage. Now this is where you're building your playbook. You're finding out what you can do to facilitate your business moving forward. And, it's a great challenge. And, I wish the best of luck to all you guys. Let's go Delco.
Thank you for joining us as we change the future. If this was your first chamber event, we certainly hope it's not your last. Thanks again to our board members and sponsors who have allowed us to embrace the unknown and continue to drive business forward.